So in my third year of engineering school, there was this one final project for materials science that was due in about a week from now. And I was absolutely dominating the first half, right? I was getting the geometry diagrams, quenching, the diffusion equation, all of this stuff, right? For materials science. I was nailing all of the handwritten theory. However, I got to the point where I had to apply MATLAB coding to make a surface which would find the optimal solution to the problem that I've been given. I was stuck now because of this one brick wall that I hit. So I thought to myself, I'm gonna ask that one Asian guy at the front of the class who I'm slightly acquainted with. So next lecture, I waited for the class to end. And once the material lecture ended, I tapped my friend on the shoulder, my acquaintance on the shoulder. I say, hey Jerry, could you help me with the MATLAB coding part of the final project that's due next week? And then he said, yeah, he reluctantly agreed to help me out. So he went around and sat next to me on the chair. And then he started really unconfidently saying what he did. And I was like, yo, okay, could you clarify what you're talking about here? And then he kept unconfidently speaking, pointing at some random shit, saying some random shit. So I finally had enough and I asked him the direct questions and the specifics that I needed to know. And then he said, I'm gonna be honest, I used ChatGPT. Of course this motherfucker used ChatGPT. Why did you use ChatGPT? You're Chinese, bro. I was a bit disappointed, so I just let him go, okay? So I went back home. I tried it again myself. However, I couldn't crack this wall that I've been hit with. So I text two other acquaintances that I know in that class. And then when those two people respond to me in the text messages, they say that they use ChatGPT and they can't help me. It's so fucking disappointing at this point because I'm trying to get some help here from my peers, but they're not reliable. Holy shit, bro. What has engineering school become to? Fucking everyone is using ChatGPT to do their homework and do their assignments and projects. They rely on it so much, and ChatGPT, it can be used as a good tool to help you learn. But all of these people that I texted and this guy Jerry that I tapped on the shoulder at the front of class, they weren't using ChatGPT as a tool. They were abusing it to do their work for them. And therefore ChatGPT took away their problem-solving skills. They were enabled by ChatGPT. So I eventually got the solution because I had to go to the professor's office hours, which was a few days later. But what I took away from that wasn't the lessons of how to carburize materials, but the lesson that all of these engineering students around me are fucking pathetic. Honestly, it's so pathetic that they depend on a robot, beep, beep, boop, boop, to do all of their work for them, and they can't think for themselves and solve this problem for themselves. They've paid like tens of thousands of dollars to go into university, and they just type all of their answers into a computer. Is that worth it? Is those tens of thousands of dollars worth it if you don't actually learn anything? No, it's not worth it. So that's why I want to make this video, because I want to bring awareness to the fucked up behavior that's in engineering school, of all of the cheating and all of the pretengineers, what I call them, who aren't passionate and who do the bare minimum by cheating and not doing any personal projects or not joining any design clubs or not even connecting with professors or going to office hours or even attending lectures. That's how fucked up engineering is. Engineering used to be this beautiful thing where people would love to challenge themselves to find a solution to a real world problem. But not nowadays anymore. People would rather type the solutions or type the problem into a computer and then have the solution spat out at them and not challenge their brain. They would rather have all of their other group members do their work for them and do jack shit in group projects and take away their precious time, their own peers' precious time. Some of their peers might be working a full-time job. Some of their peers might have paid loans to get into university. And these people, these pretengineers, are doing them fucking wrong by not contributing in those group projects. They take their precious time away. All engineering students know how precious time is. Pretengineers whine about the workload. Pretengineers whine about not getting a assignment deadline extension. Pretengineers don't do anything more than the fucking bare minimum because they're not passionate. So my number one lesson that I want you to take away from this story is that do not associate with pretengineers. Their behavior, it will leak onto you. Because if you don't know the saying, you're the average of the 5 people that you spend most time with. And if you're spending so much time with all these pretengineers, which there are a majority of pretengineers inside of engineering cohorts out there, then you're also going to become a pretensionaire. They're like fucking infectious. Honestly, like more than 50% of engineering students, I'd say, are pretengineers who aren't passionate, who don't know what they want to do after university. They're just doing this degree for a fat fucking paycheck. Pretengineers are so common in the modern day. So when you meet someone, I want you to ask them the question like, so what kind of work do you want to do after university? And if they say, oh, I don't really know, I kind of just want to see what pays well, then they're a fucking pretengineer. Do not associate with them. Do not fucking associate with them. If they have no idea what type of industry they want to get into or what type of role they want to get into, then they're not passionate about engineering, because after like your second year, you have a general idea of what actually interests you. But if nothing actually interests you, then you're not going to have a dream career in engineering. So also that goes for you. You also have to define what type of dream career you want to get into, because that'll show your passion. And professors love seeing passion from engineering students, and they take those types of students seriously. And when they do, you get a connection. You could use them as a reference. You could do research with them. You could learn so much from them and have a mentorship relationship with them. This is the importance of having passion for engineering, and not just seeing it as, oh, it's a career where I can make money, make a fat fucking paycheck. Engineering is awesome. But no, engineering is awesome, not because of the fat paycheck, but because it is a career that helps humanity. It's the most fucking heroic career out there. Think about it. Aerospace engineering, that's helping people transport around the world. Rocketry engineering is helping people with satellites and seeing the oncoming asteroids that are heading towards Earth. Environmental engineering, that's a no-brainer. I don't have to explain why that's heroic. All types of engineering, pretty much, most types of engineering are heroic. Now there are those unpurposeful fields of engineering, but for the most part, engineering is heroic. And it pains me to see that people are not passionate in the modern day about engineering. It is fucking hard to find people that are on the right path, of people that are watching my video and nodding their head along. But that is exactly why I made the program linked down in the description, where you can meet other engineering students who are passionate and not pretengineers who do the bare minimum. No. All the people inside of there are passionate and willing to do the hard work in order to reach their dream career and therefore help humanity for the better. Okay, so go check it out if you would like to strengthen your inner circle and not be surrounded by all of these pretengineers anymore. This might sound sad, but this is good news for us engineering students who are passionate. All of the other pretengineers, they're gonna do the bare minimum, but we're gonna stand on top in the end, because we would have done more than the bare minimum. We would have not cheated and used ChatGPT and abused it, but we would have done the career, the engineering degree, we would have done it correctly. That's our future.